I'm unemployed now. I lost my job in March of this year, and then that's what put me in this situation. I had my own place, 2-bedroom. It was kind of a drastic change going from there to the shelter. Yeah, things were great, you know. My grandkids lived across the street, and so, you know, when I get off work every day, they would light me up. You know, anyone can lose their job in a moment's notice, and it's based on how you react to that will determine how deep into homelessness you get. I like to consider myself houseless because I build my life on things that matter, my family, our relationships, and so those things I take with me, and they're like home for me.
Finding out that I'm pregnant, it was like, whoa. Because I had just got accepted to college, and listening to the negative that I had in my life at that time, it was like, well, guess I can't go to college. I guess I can't do anything that I just was planning to do.
And all of a sudden in December, I started not feeling well. And I was like, well, you know, I'm in nursing school. I'm working 50, 60 hours a week. I have kids. You know, you're busy. Maybe I'm just tired. Your body talks to you. Listen to it. I felt a lump in my right breast. I contacted my doctor and said, I need to have something done on the right side. I found a lump. And that's when I came in to the breast center here at Good Samaritan, and they did a diagnostic and noticed that there was a lump there. Then I found out on my way at 8 o'clock in the morning driving into work that I was positive for breast cancer.
The only criteria to be a patient here is to be homeless, which means that you're not stably housed anywhere. Homeless means that you're living in a shelter, you could be living on the streets, but you also could be doubling up. If you walk through our doors and you're homeless, we can do everything for you except house you. And even that, with our social workers being as experienced as they are, they know how to point people in the right direction, and we work with the other agencies in town to help our patients. It evolves into a very comprehensive way of treating people here.
Outsiders look at homelessness as real tragic, and which it can be, based on how individuals handle pressure, stress, and rejection. A lot of people view homelessness as a drug haven, people that have given up, and that's not always the case. What you find is there's individuals who have lost their resources. If you can help someone stay lifted, together you can get things accomplished. Personally, it was an oasis for me to be able to come here every day, to start my day. And then when I leave here, I'm on fire because I've already released stress. And so, you know, this is just to keep me on my toes, I guess. The Creator has a bigger and better plan, so I'm open and willing now.
You know, we have moms that are very young, and we have moms that are much older. We have girls that have a high education. We have girls that are not in school. We encourage them to get into school, but it's kind of a mentoring. It doesn't matter like where somebody is in life. When they're all pregnant, they all have that one thing in common, and they help each other. It is really neat how it works.
I was already nervous about telling my parents that I was pregnant, and then having like the negative people that I did have in my life before coming to the program was like, it was a blessing to just be around people like that. I describe it as something that's amazing that you won't get nowhere else. And I encourage it a lot because everybody wants to have a healthy baby. Being overwhelmed, nervous, excited, and having my nurses here with me to calm me down and walk me through everything, it's awesome. Like, I wouldn't trade this program for nobody. For none other.
things started progressing and you get these co-pays and all this type of stuff, the meds and all that stuff that you need, came down to you provide food on the table and transportation, but you don't have help to keep your lights on or you get a disconnect notice. And we had that. You're physically, emotionally, as well as financially drained going through cancer. We take stuff for granted too much. It's probably the hardest, is I get home and my son comes and gives me a hug and a kiss every day. That's probably one of the hardest and the best things that could have truly came from cancer. It's that type of thing.
We're talking about someone's life here. I mean, it's a matter of life and death, getting their treatment, and they can become very ill and be completely out of commission and not be able to work, perform their daily routine, daily activities. And in order for them to focus on their health, this is very important. Some people don't have the capacity to be able to afford all of these treatments and to be off work.
Connie Ickes was my social worker down there. She helped me to know about the foundation and how they could help, and it actually gave us lights in our house. It gave us electricity. It gave us cool at the time because I was going through cancer during the summer, and that kind of gave us our own independence to be able to deal with what we're going through. Going through that cancer journey is hard enough. She saved my life a few times by talking to me.
When you're thinking about donating, I would say, put yourself in their place. What if this were you, and you were having trouble keeping your electric bill paid because you were spending all your money on chemotherapy to save your life for your young kids? I mean, it's just unimaginable.
I think the most fulfilling part is just knowing that we make a difference. When these moms come in and their smiles are so huge and they just feel like they belong, that makes me feel like we've done our job.
The foundation support means the world to us. I can honestly say everyone who works here is very passionate about our patients. When we see people succeed, and we see that a lot, there's no better feeling.